This is low-key so true. It's never random. Half these guys drillers, then people go, he's an innocent man. That's the realest truth ever. Big up man like Hamza. I was chatting to a man on Instagram, and he was saying that he knows a local young you frequently getting nicked by the police. And his mum tries to pull the angel, his mum tries to pull the innocent card. Oh, my son would never do such a thing. It's not him, it's the boys that he's hanging around with. Yeah, he just happens to be with the wrong people at the wrong time. But he seems to be the only person that's getting fucking nicked by the police and that. And it was funny. This guy that I was chatting to, he was saying that like he's been in a little bit of trouble and that when he was younger, innit? But his mum never thought, oh, my son's an angel. And she thought, yeah, he probably did it, kind of thing. And it was funny because my mum thought the exact same thing. When I was 16 to 18, I was a fucking nightmare. Now, I was literally wreaking havoc on the fucking streets, bro. I'm not saying man was going around and shooting people and that, but the amount of times the police come looking for me, it wasn't even a fucking joke. Like, even my neighbours, man's cool with my neighbours for the most part. And I'll tell you why for the most part. I've never had any problems with any of my neighbours and that, but they must have known that boy there must be troublesome because we know it's not the stepfather, we know it's not the little brother because he's just too young, and we know it's not the mum and that. It must be the teenager because the amount of times the police are flying through the door. I'm not saying that man's door was getting licked off every 6 months or nothing like that, but what I'm saying is if the neighbours actually sat down and thought, over this 2-year period and that, we've seen the police go to this boy's house like 4 or 5 times and that. He must be involved in something. Even if he's busting case, even if he's getting away with it, there's no smoke without fire. I've had the police come to my house, just like dumb stuff like riding around on mopeds that are not legit and that. Obviously, like I said, I was cool with my neighbours for the most part. Man got nicked one time for beating up one of my neighbours when I was 16. The guy was like 30. My mum's literally at one of my family members' houses in Southgate, and like one of my mum's kind of like neighbour friends, you know, like the neighbours them, but you're extra friendly with them, must have phoned up my mum and said, listen, you better come back down right now. I just seen your son get thrown in the back of a meat wagon. That's what the older generation called the TSG vans and that. My mum was getting phone calls, oh, this is happening, I'm getting nicked for every and anything, but my mum never thought I was a fucking an angel. My mum never thought I was fucking innocent. And I remember the first time I got nicked, you get me, trying to make a little bit of money and that, yeah, by taking people's things and that. And yeah, ended up getting bagged when I think I was 16. I remember I was in school, cause my mum's phoning somehow, yeah, my mum embarrassed me as well. I got nicked on a Sunday, and obviously the police didn't let me phone my mum. To be fair, I didn't even want to have that phone call, yeah, if I'm being honest. I ended up getting nicked when I was 16. It was Sunday, and obviously I didn't come home. Well, I didn't come home. And you know, like after certain hours and that, well, where the hell's your son? Phone's off and that. My mum somehow got hold of all of my school friends' numbers and was phoning, have you seen Jelani? Have you seen Jelani? Have you seen Jelani? And when I went to school, not Monday, because I was still in the police cells until like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. And when I went to school on Tuesday, everyone thought I got fucking kidnapped. Because my mum's phoning around thinking that I've gone missing when really I was just in the police cells in Edmonton. Like, I put my mum through so much stress, it weren't even a joke. Like this is when you know, yeah, you are on the wrong path and that. When I was in prison, when I was 18 years old, it was 2011, yeah. And so I come out of prison in I think it was the 19th of August 2011, yeah? When I was on the wing, I was saying to the man them, I reckon the police are going to go to my yard because at the time, the London riots was going on. So I went on road. If you lot remember the London riots and that, you lot was free, some of you lot was probably rioting, some of you lot was probably just watching the news and that. I was in prison, I wasn't even on the streets and that. So I said to the man on the wing, yo, I think the police are probably going to go looking for me thinking that I'm participating in the riots and that. Yeah, that was when the riots were happening. I was in prison. So when I got out of prison on August the 19th, remember like it was yesterday, it was Friday. I've gone home and I've seen the door smashed, my front door smashed up and that. So I said to my mum, what happened like to the front door and that? Like, I said, when did the police come? She's like, I'll tell you afterwards, innit? Because one of my family members was there, innit? So my mum probably had to keep it hush-hush and that. She knew I was only in prison for a couple of months and that. So when family members came to the house and that, when they asked, oh, where's Jay? I ain't seen him, whatever, innit? She probably lied. I don't even know if my mum told. So my mum would have told certain family members, but certain people, they don't need to know the ins and outs and that. So anyway, I said to my mum, what happened to the front door? She was like, I'll tell you afterwards because someone was there, innit? Cool. So after the person left, I said, Mum, when did they come to the house? And my mum said they came in July, like end of July at some point, innit? I was like, end of July? The flipping, well, I didn't swear, I don't want mum to slap me in my fucking mouth, but I was like, the London riots was like on the 5th of August. Yeah, definitely August and that. So like, they didn't come because they thought you was involved in the London riots. I was dabbling in certain things I shouldn't be dabbling in, and the police had intelligence, so they've licked off the door, yeah, and they were looking for me, but I wasn't around, I was in jail and that. And when the police licked off the front door and that, they must have, when my mum said, he's not here, they're like, well, where is he? He's in prison. They must have thought, right, we've got the right person at least, yeah? I've never heard of that. I've never heard the police licking off someone's door to look for them, to do a raid, and the person is not there, not because they ran out through the back door or whatever, they're hiding in the loft or something like that. No, the person's not there because they're in fucking prison. This is how much trouble man was getting myself in. There was even this little stupid gang book, little gang matrix. They thought I was one of the ringleaders and that. Like, I was on my team, but I wouldn't say I was one of the bosses or anything like that. But yeah, I was up there in my ends and that. Just always getting nicked for foolishness and that. Like, even one time I got arrested. Yeah, false. It was a misunderstanding. I ended up getting arrested for attempted murder because basically one of my friends got stabbed 19 times in Edmonton, and they thought that I did it because, like I'm saying, I was in this gang matrix book. So when they saw me about in the area, they saw on the Edmonton Green CCTV cameras. Oh, they knew my name. Yeah? They thought that was me. Well, they knew it was me, so then they come looking for me and that. Like, literally, they say my name on the fucking, on the radio and that. If you don't want to see if you want me to talk about it in a video and that, someone put down a comment, oh, tell us the story about how you got nicked for attempted murder, and I'll tell you the whole story, 'cause I only got like a couple of minutes left in it. With these videos, when you're responding to a comment, you got a 10-minute limit, so I can't get into it right now. I ain't got enough time and that. But even when I got nicked, imagine, yeah, I was on bail for attempted murder, yeah. Me and a couple other people that are known in the area, yeah. I wasn't allowed to be with them. But one time, I was with one guy. He's very well known in my area. Yeah? Me and him are standing up in Edmonton Green now, like opposite, like where the Edmonton Green train station is. Any of you don't remember, there used to be this Japanese restaurant called K Mitu, yeah, and it's right beside where the Lidl's is, and it's next where the Lidl's is right now, and it was in between, the Edmonton Green, what you call it, leisure centre. Anyway, me and this guy standing up there, this brother's looked at me and he said, you know, we're not supposed to be chilling together, you know. I was like, yeah, I know, I did. Next thing you know, please just start coming. I've just ran, but I just ended up running into a community officer and I thought, fuck. They put me in the car and they was taking me to the police station. I'm thinking I'm going to go to prison for the first time because you're on bail for attempted murder and you get arrested for breaching your bail conditions, which is to not be with XYZ people. And so I thought I was going to prison, but I didn't go to jail and that. Because I hadn't been charged, they just hold you in a cell for a few hours and then throw you out and that. But talking about murders and that, my mum said to me, Jelani, if you ever kill anyone, this is what I'm saying. My mum don't look at me like I'm some innocent, upstand. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mum's proud of me now, but what I'm saying is back in the day, my mum wasn't proud of me. I remember my mum saying to me, Jelani, if you ever kill anybody, I will shop you in, you know, which means if you kill someone, I will grass you up. Yeah, my mum, yeah. My mum don't play about like that. My mum's not going to be hiding some murderer or nothing like that. Now, if it really came down to it, I hope my mum will be on my side. And, you know what I'm saying? Because certain things just happen and that, you know what I'm trying to say in it. But, yeah, my mum said, Jelani, I will shop you in if you ever killed anyone. So my mum knows. My mum's not one of them mums. Oh, my son's so innocent. Like, my mum knows. That it wouldn't take a genius to work out. This boy is up to no good and that. The amount of times I used to get nicked by the police and that, and they come to spin my house to look for things that's not supposed to be there and that. So yeah, these men are not innocent.